Right, we've got the intermediate sprint in about 7 or 8 minutes. We'll have the day done and dusted. And actually, it's been a pretty good day. One red flag came out, and that wasn't even during a race. That was when somebody crashed in turn one, just leaving the pit lane, and that was early on in one of the first 2 or 3 races. So already it looks like that rain's coming back quite heavily, with Neil Chappell leading. Okay, who's that in second spot there? That's Roger Cathro, is it? Or is it, yeah, Roger Cathro there in second spot. 7 bikes out on the track. Points for the Kiwi Bike Insurance Junior Trophy. Tarbert Walker on 72 points. Rhys Lindsay, 67 points. Esmond Williams, 60. Campbell Graydon, 50. James Barnum as well on 50 points. Brian Torquest, 43. Philip Lowe, 42. Joe McCartney, 37. Clive Banks on 28. And JP Severitz there on 27 points. So thank you for Tim Gibbs and Joan Gibbs live timing, providing me with the results throughout the day. Yep, I think we've just got this this day almost done and dusted in time. We've had a little bit of wet weather later on in the day, but now it is pissing down. Sorry about that, folks. Well, no, it's just a fact of life, really, isn't it? I'm nothing to do with the weather. I just, okay, look at that. Neil Chappell just opens up that lead. And it is Roger Castro there in second. I mentioned a wee while ago how he was struggling and back into 4th and 5th. So I said he was a bit of a wet weather expert. Now it is time for Roger to be prove me right. And already the man's on fire in second spot, with Richard Markham Barrett there in 3rd spot there. Richard Markham, where are we? Intermediate sprint. Just got to tidy something up here, folks. Richard Markham Barrett here for a minute there. I've heard the name, I've spread the name many times. I thought I was pronouncing it wrong, but no, there it is. He's in 3rd spot. You'll see him in the red and black leathers, the red and black bike coming out of that hairpin. Look how shiny that centre straight is. It must be so slippery up there, but wow, Roger Cathro's back on fire. He knew he'd had it in him. Whether he's had the tyres not warmed up last time when he first put them on, whether he went out on slicks, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw him in the pits there with wets on there. But often it takes, in fact most of the time, it takes a bit of time to change your suspension as well. It's not just a case of throwing some tyres on and getting on with it. It's also about knowing the tyre pressures, what you're requiring. But at the end of the day, the guy's on fire. But more on fire at the moment is Neil Chappell on the 76 machine, the ER6 twin-cylinder, running Dunlop tyres, supported by Dunlop tyres. Now, he has gone round, wow, he's got a hell of a, well, reasonably good lead. A 120.2, a 122.2 for Roger Cathro, a 122.4 for Richard Markham Barrett. So the battle's still on there for second place, with just 0.2 of a second between those two guys. Uriah Ryken's out there for, I don't know how many races he's done today. He's doing at least 2 classes, at least. So this will be his 6th race today. There's other people there. Neil Chappell and Roger Cathro are into more classes as well. Chris Beams is out there too on the VFR 400. Pretty sure he's doing more than 1 class. On the 17 machine, running around in 5th place. And behind him, the young lady, Chance Oliver Stevenson, there after, she's fighting all day. Had a crash there, and also had a DNF there where the bike failed somewhere along the centre straight, and back out there as well on the SV650. Rob Edwards too rounds up the tail end of the field on the number 50 machine. This is the final lap. We're halfway through. It was a 6-lap race, race 18 of the day. I can't even tell you, to be honest, when the next race meeting is. Don't tell anyone that. But you'll be able to Google it. Get on the Internaughty and have a look there, and you'll find when the rest of the series is on. It's not 100% sure when there's one in May, sorry. It may be about June the 13th when the next round is on. There we go. Roger Castro up in the ante. Both, oh look how quick Mead Speed mounted 650 rider Neil Chappell is. His last lap time a 122.41 in these difficult conditions. His best one a 122.31. So just 0.010 of a second. That's how, shows you how precise this rider is there. Cathro putting in his fastest lap so far of the race, a 122.141 in that last lap. So despite conditions getting wetter, hasn't changed things much. And talking about accurate lap times, Richard Markham Barrett there, a 122.4 is best one, a 122.8 for that last lap. So despite it getting wetter and wetter and the track getting greasier, the guys are coping with it quite well. And of course the ladies, Chance Oliver Stevenson out there as well at the tail end of the field in 6th spot. So a couple of laps to go. Once again, shout out to the sponsors, Precise Print Design, from Ideas to Ink. They're in Paraparam. Now, I've dealt with this company personally. I made a cemetery circuit board game. It was inconvenient for me personally to go out of town 3/4 an hour away to deal with someone, but I thought about it so much, and I thought, hang on, these people put their money where their mouth is and support motorcycle racing. I'm going to use their business. So, and what a professional deal it was, dealing with the team up there. I'm an electrician. I was trying to design something. I had no idea about all the products and that, and went up, and Sean put me right in every situation, and we got the thing out there and produced. So, Precise Print, TSS Red Baron. I've been there twice in the last 3 days too. Danny Burke Suzuki, well, I haven't been there for a while, but I certainly know that they put on a good good supply of parts and bits and pieces. And Danny Burke Suzuki, you can order bits online, of course. Then don't forget to mention that they support the Winter Series as well. Henshaw Signs in Porirua, CTAS text to web systems, audio and video stream, Scooter Archie in Wellington, Fastway Couriers in Whanganui, Kiwi Bike Insurance, Ivan Jones Engineering, and RS Motorcycles. And thanks to Celeste Sketchoff for the program design. Got her name in lights after many years supporting various people. Okay, the white flag is out. In fact, the white flag has been tucked away. All the bikes have gone through there for the final lap of the final race of the final of the day here at Manfield, and the checkered flag is waiting to be unrolled there by, I think, Maxine is going to open up and put that checkered flag out there, ready for Neil Chappell coming through and taking that checkered flag. So 76 takes a perfect score for the weekend. There he is, puts his hand out there, and it is Roger Castro coming through there in 2nd spot. A faster lap there, 1:22.386. And there we go, Richard Markham Barrett sitting there on the NSR 300, taking 3rd place there on the 47 machine. Uriah Ryken there goes through for 4th. Looking out for that Repsol Honda there, off into the distance. The Repsol Honda ridden by Chris Beams there on the number 17 bike. The VFR 400 NC30 Honda, here he comes along the front straight there. And he takes 4th spot. That'll be valuable points for him. Chris Beams, we're expecting him there on the 17 machine. Is that Chris Beams coming along the start-finish line? In fact, no, I think that's Uriah Ryken. Not Uriah Ryken, Chance Oliver. Chris Beams has already been through. Yeah, getting tired here. 36, Chance Oliver Stevenson. And there it is, Rob Edwards, the final man for the day. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for all those flaggies. The people that did the lunches, Angela Jalaka, I'm not going to name any more names, the MNZ officials, the people who are out there just doing, well, not only doing the stuff on the day, but doing the stuff to get the meeting ready, and there'll be a bit of paperwork to do after. Have a good day. I'm off.